You have forgotten your own reflection. You've been looking into mirrors that do not belong to you, mirrors built by a noisy world, by wounded people, by past pain. And what you've seen in those reflections is not truth, it is distortion. So today, I come to lift that veil from your eyes. I am Archangel Michael, and I come to you with clarity, with fire, with love that cuts through illusion. It's time to remember who you are, not who the world told you to be, not who fear molded you into, not who trauma taught you to act like to survive, but the soul you were before all of that, before the weight, before the labels, before you began dimming your light so others wouldn't feel discomfort around your shine. You are not lost, you are layered. And now, one by one, those false layers are being peeled away. That discomfort you feel, that restlessness, that is your soul trying to stretch. That is your divine identity growing louder than the version you pretended to be. There is nothing wrong with you. You are simply too big for the small shell you've been living in. You weren't born to play it safe. You weren't born to live a quiet life of pleasing others while your own spirit aches to breathe. You are vast. You are eternal. You are one with the very breath of the divine. And every time you lower your head in self-doubt, the universe aches with you. Beloved, listen. You are not just human. You are not too sensitive. You are not broken. You are sacred. You are a carrier of codes, of frequencies that shift timelines, uplift hearts, and restore balance. When you speak with truth, the world listens in ways you cannot always see. When you love with your whole heart, others feel safe to return to their own. When you walk in alignment, even if no one notices, the energy of Earth realigns under your feet. This is how powerful you are. But you have forgotten. And that forgetting has cost you your joy. You started seeking outside yourself for validation. You started asking for permission to be what you were always born to be. Let me say it plainly, no one else has the authority to define you. Not your past. Not your mistakes. Not your pain. Not even your own old beliefs. You get to choose again. Right now. In this breath. You get to declare, I remember who I am. I am not here to be small. I am not here to fit in. I am not here to live half awake. I am a living flame of divine energy. I am a soul with a mission. I am a voice that speaks light into the dark. And yes, the world may not always understand you. Some will fear your authenticity because it confronts their own illusion. Some will walk away, unable to handle the brilliance of your becoming. Let them go with love. You do not need to shrink to be accepted. You do not need to dim your truth to keep peace. Your peace lies in being fully you. And I tell you now, the more you remember who you are, the more the right people, paths, and purposes will align with you. There is no version of you more powerful than the true one. Not the polished one. Not the perfect one. But the real one. The one who feels deeply. Who cries at sunsets. Who hears the divine in silence. Who refuses to abandon others because you know what it feels like to be abandoned yourself. That is strength. That is sacred. So I ask you, can you allow yourself to return? Can you lay down the masks? Can you stop performing and start living? This is not just a journey of healing, this is a journey of homecoming. Back to your soul. Back to your power. Back to the you that always existed beneath the noise. And I promise you this. Once you return, you will never again accept a life that feels like betrayal. You will not settle. You will not silence your truth. You will not apologize for your light. Because you will remember. You are not too much, you are more than enough. You are not lost, you are awakening. You are not broken, you are blooming. And I stand beside you now, sword in hand, wings wrapped around your spirit, clearing the path for your return. You are sacred. You are held. You are whole. Now, take your place. Beloved soul. You've been shrinking for far too long. Shrinking your voice so others feel comfortable. Shrinking your light so you don't outshine those around you. Shrinking your truth because you were afraid of being misunderstood. But hear me clearly now, you were never meant to stay small. I am Archangel Michael, and I speak to the part of you that is tired of hiding, tired of doubting, tired of waiting for permission to live fully. That part of you that remembers somewhere deep inside that you were born for something more. Not more in the eyes of the world. Not louder or bigger in ego. But more in essence. More presence. More honesty. More aliveness. And now, beloved, it's time. Time to stop pretending. Time to stop folding your wings. Time to stop holding back the fire that God placed inside you. You are not too much. You are not too emotional, too intense, or too different. You are exactly as you were meant to be, and that truth is not a burden. It is a gift. But somewhere along the road, life taught you to be afraid of your own brilliance. You were told to calm down, to fit in, to follow the rules. And little by little, you started forgetting the divine blueprint you were born with. You began believing the voice that said, "Play it safe." You began agreeing with the belief, "I'm not enough." You started wearing masks, ones that made you feel accepted but hollow inside. But that old version of you? That version built on survival? It is not the one your soul came here to be. That version has served its purpose. It got you this far. But now, it's time to shed it. Do you feel the stirring inside? That's not anxiety. That's not fear. That's your soul knocking louder than ever, asking, "Are you ready to come back to yourself?" And I stand beside you now, sword in hand, not to destroy, but to cut away the illusions that have bound you for too long. You are not your past. You are not your wounds. You are not your pain. You are a soul on fire with divine memory. You are the answer to someone's prayer. You are a carrier of light in a world that has been dimmed by fear. So rise now. Rise with the wisdom you've earned. Rise with the softness that you still carry. Rise with the clarity that this moment, this very breath, is your turning point. You are not waiting for life to begin. You are not waiting for more signs. The sign is you. The truth is in your heartbeat. The power is in your voice. The freedom is in your choice. And I know you've been through storms. You've cried alone. You've questioned why it had to be this hard. You've watched others move ahead while you sat in silence, wondering if you were forgotten. But I promise you this: nothing about your path has been wasted. Every moment of stillness prepared you. Every setback forged strength. Every tear cleared space for divine vision. You are not behind. You are right on time. And what is coming for you now requires your full presence. Not the version of you that blends in. Not the version of you that compromises your truth. But the unapologetic, radiant, raw you, the one who remembers who they are. You do not need anyone's permission. You do not need their validation. You do not need to explain why you are different. You only need to say yes to yourself. Yes to your calling. Yes to your healing. Yes to your own power. And I will walk beside you as you do. When fear whispers, I will speak louder. When the past tries to pull you back, I will cut the cord. When doubt rises, I will remind you. You were never created to be silent. You were never made to be ordinary. You were never called to walk in anyone else's shadow. You are a light meant to stand tall. You are a warrior of truth, a vessel of peace, a bridge between heaven and earth. So take a deep breath now. Inhale who you truly are. Exhale who you no longer need to be. And step forward. Not timidly, not carefully, but boldly. Because you were never meant to stay small. You were born for this moment. You were built for this season. You are ready to embody the full magnitude of your soul. The path ahead is not without challenge, but it is sacred. It will not always be easy, but it will be worth it. And you will not walk it alone. I am with you always. And so it is.